As passengers arrive on our shores, Customs and Border Protection is always on the lookout for anyone who may be acting out of the ordinary and will pull them aside for further questioning.
Okay. Do you have anything in your pockets at all?
I don't have any pockets, mate.
No? Okay, cool.
Today in Melbourne, officers have stopped this Australian citizen arriving off a flight from the UK.
She came to our attention during a real-time assessment as the officers were walking around, risk assessing, and due to her behaviour and responses to some questions, she was selected for examination.
Before you left, where were you staying?
In Glenroy.
Glenroy. Is that where your things are?
No, I've told you already. So I stayed in Glenroy.
Yep.
I was with a promiscuous girl. I had to leave. I've chucked my things at my parents' house back in Bendigo, and I told them I was going to Austria. I lied. I wasn't going to Austria. I was going to England. And then I went, and then I'm coming back, and now I'm staying with a friend. So that's the place where my family is.
Yep.
That's where my things are.
Yep.
I just don't know the exact street name of the address that I'm going to be staying at tonight.
Okay.
The woman claims she is returning home after 6 weeks visiting her husband in England, but she says she won't be staying for long.
And so how does your husband feel about you living over here?
I'm going back. Yeah, he doesn't want me to, he's happy for me to come,
Yep.
obviously be here, earn some money, but yeah, we're going to be living in England soon.
Okay, yep.
There are concerns the woman's odd behaviour may be because she has something to hide.
Is that all the medication that you've got in there?
A baggage search will be carried out while a swab is taken of her mobile phones to check for any traces of prohibited substances.
Just doing phones.
And the strength of the result raises officers' suspicions even further.
That's a huge reading.
Immigration is about to interview this Malaysian man, who they suspect has previously been deported from Australia for breaching his visa conditions.
We suspect that he's been to Australia before, overstayed his visa and been removed.
And he may now be trying to re-enter the country under a different name.
We are concerned that he's changed his identity to circumvent immigration procedures.
He's arrived with his girlfriend, and because of the concerns about him, she will also be interviewed and assessed for immigration clearance.
I will ask a number of questions that you must answer truthfully. Please be aware that if you provide false documents or false or misleading information, you can be penalised under Australian laws. Do you understand?
他的那一条我都不知道，我不明白什么。
What's that law?
Okay, so their law's about answering questions truthfully, and it's imprisonment up to 10 years and or a fine of $110,000. Okay, so tell the truth.
没有钱怎么办 ？No money how?
But I don't have money.
Okay, so why have you come to Australia?
因为我的
My friend told me it's a very good place to visit, so I wanted to take my girlfriend to come here.
So what are your plans after the 10 days? What do you plan to do?
go back.
Go back? Okay. Do you have a return ticket?
No.
No return ticket.
Records show that a Malaysian man with the same personal details, whose name was Tan Zong, was caught living in Australia on an expired visa and is subject to an Australian exclusion period. And immigration believe that the man before them is the same person.
What is your full name?
Kiftan.
Have you ever been known by any other names?
No.
You sure? Okay. Just remember about lying, okay? All right.
Officer Denise has evidence that could prove beyond doubt that he is lying. It's a photo of the man who was removed from Australia, and it's a perfect match to Mr. Tan.
Is that you?
没有 No.
At Sydney's International Mail Centre, biosecurity officers need to inspect the contents of a box, as the declaration is in Spanish and its X-ray is causing concern.
I can see a skull here by the looks of it, some wire, Could be a rib cage there.
Once the package is opened, Officer Peter pulls out the first of two objects.
All right, that's different. Looks like a baby crocodile, Graham. Yeah. I can see through here all this meat still. It's still a bit soft by the looks of it.
I think it's actually the real eyes, isn't it?
Could be. I'd say that the internal organs have been removed and the jaw's just been nailed shut. That's not a very good taxidermy job.
Taxidermy that still contains flesh needs to be treated by gamma radiation before it can be released. And there may be another issue.
This could potentially be an endangered species of crocodile, so we need to refer it to Australian Customs for them to have a look at that. Certain permits are required for certain animals.
But it's the second object that officers have never seen the likes of before.
Oh, well.
This woman's erratic behaviour has Customs and Border Protection officers suspecting that she may be up to something. And a swab test of her mobile phones has just returned a strong positive reading for a prohibited substance.
It was a positive result for ephedrine, and that's a huge reading.
Ephedrine is a key ingredient in the manufacturing of drugs such as ice. But when the passenger is confronted with the result, she blames the medication she is carrying.
So the reason we're going through everything is we've got some pretty high readings for ephedrine.
Oh, it's good for my Sudafed, maybe. Could it be?
Not that high.
No, not that high.
Really?
Yeah.
Ephedrine?
Do you do drugs at all, or...?
Never. Ephedrine? That's a surprise.
Do you ever, use recreational drugs or anything?
No.
So you only got, this packet?
Sudafed, that's
and
all I've got, yeah. May I ask where the reading came from? Just out of curiosity?
Mobile phones.
Oh, my phone.
So that's something that you use personally? So
I've got two phones, right?
Yeah, I did it on both phones,
yeah.
and I put it in the machine and nearly blew it up for ephedrine.
Oh, my God.
It doesn't happen to everyone. So.
Oh, no, look, I understand your concern, but for my reasoning, I don't even... The only thing I've got Sudafed, so...
Yeah.
I'm
doing a process elimination anyway,
Yeah.
so...
Look, it should come down to that.
Officers aren't entirely convinced, and a swab is taken of the inside of her handbag, while the contents of her mobile phones are examined, which seems to make the woman even more anxious.
I just want to smoke. That's all I can think about. 3 flights, mate.
But things take a surprising turn when the passenger suddenly changes her story.
Okay, so your husband does drugs?
Well, they're legal drugs.
It's a legal drug, but it's supposed to synthesise...
Charlie Sheen.
Cocaine?
Cocaine.
At the International Mail Centre, biosecurity officers are inspecting a box that may contain an endangered species.
Looks like a baby crocodile. See through here all this meat still?
And it's not the only gruesome find.
Oh, well, have a go at that.
It appears to be some kind of bat nailed to a crucifix, and officers are immediately concerned about the condition it's in.
It looks like it's just been skinned. It's still got...
For sure, flesh all over it.
Flesh all over it. Ligaments. Yep. No internal organs by the looks of it, but all the flesh is still on the bones. This hasn't been professionally done at all.
Bats can carry diseases such as the Hendra virus and rabies that can infect both animals and humans.
The use for this item is probably very varied. Halloween, Gothic, cult, witchcraft, or just something to have in the pool room. I have no idea. Wow. That poses way too many biosecurity risks, mate. Way too many.
In Melbourne, this passenger initially told Customs and Border Protection officers that she had never used drugs.
And this music.
While a swab test of her handbag is negative, the woman now claims she forgot that her husband in the UK uses a synthetic cocaine called Charlie Sheen. And the contents of her mobile phones reveal she is not telling officers everything.
And where does he buy this stuff from?
It's the internet. It's legal. Charlie Sheen.
Does he use any other, what other
Weed.
drugs does he
He
buy
smokes
off?
weed.
He smokes
Weed
weed
and
as well?
Charlie Sheen.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you are around people who do drugs
I am
then?
around,
Yep,
yes.
so I asked you before, you said no.
Oh, but
now
I
you're
didn't
saying
think
yes.
about. But I didn't think
Yep.
at the time.
All right,
yeah.
yep. And you've never tried it?
I've tried it.
Both?
Only the cocaine I tried once. I tried it probably in the first week when I was there.
So you don't smoke marijuana?
I have smoked marijuana, yes.
Okay. How many times?
A few times. I'm 33, mate. You know what I mean? I've done my run.
Officer Belinda is concerned that the woman is continually changing her story.
And so what are these pills that you're talking about here?
They would have
What was
been
that?
ecstasy pills we took months ago. Months ago.
Okay, so not only
Months
marijuana
ago.
and Charlie Sheen, ecstasy as well.
Yeah, but that was months ago. Like, if you're going to ask me in the last week
Wait.
what have I had, I told you I've had nothing.
No,
like,
but I asked you before if you've ever done drugs and you said no, no, never. So all of a sudden now it's Charlie Sheen, fake cocaine, whatever it
not
is,
real, yeah.
marijuana, and now ecstasy. Anything else?
But that was ages ago. But yeah, anyway.
Doesn't
yes.
matter, whenever,
Okay, in
whenever.
my past, okay,
Yep,
I've
tell
had
me.
Valium. Once I had a sleeping tablet. Another time, let's think what else I did. Tablets. Oh, Panadol. I had a few Panadol. I've had a few cocodamols. What do you call those things? Those strong painkillers. I've had one of them once, or maybe twice, because I had a sore throat. What else have I done? Geez, I've had weed a few times in my life. I've tried ecstasy. I've tried Charlie Sheen. I don't know what else you want me to say. What other pills have I ever had? That's about it. Hopefully that covers everything.
As her story continues to unravel, the woman is doing little to allay officers' suspicions that she may be concealing a prohibited substance.
She is.
Officer Belinda updates Supervisor Stacey on what the passenger has just said.
Oh, I just remembered. First of all, she's saying, no, 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 I've never done drugs. And then she says she doesn't know anyone done drugs. Then all of a sudden, oh, he's done that. Then he smokes weed. And then she's gone, yeah, I tried it in my first week there. Oh. Just risk her, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to frisk her.
What is your full name?
This Malaysian man is continuing to deny that he has changed his name to re-enter Australia.
Have you ever been known by any other names?
But some of his passport details match those of a person who was previously caught on an expired visa and is on an exclusion period. And the photo of that person looks a lot like Mr. Tan.
Is that you?
没有 No.
I'm going to ask you the question again. Is that you?
No.
I believe it is.
This photo was actually taken a year ago, just before he was returned home to Malaysia.
Okay, I want to remind you about providing false information to the department and to me and the consequences.
什么后果呢？
What are the consequences?
I told you up to 10 years in prison and a $110,000 fine.
如果他这样子说的话，就是好像有
You
这
are
样子。
using the law to threaten me.
Okay, I'm not using the law to threaten you. I'm asking you if that's you. I've got other evidence as well. This is your new passport. This is the passport you used to depart Australia last year. Same ID number. You need to tell me whether this person is actually you or not and stop lying. Is this person you?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this person you?
This because I know black like that.
That is...
This is me, I sure.
This person and this person are the same.
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 When you take the photo.
When you left last year, that's when the photo was taken.
This woman has admitted to Customs and Border Protection that while in the UK, her husband cut up a synthetic cocaine called Charlie Sheen on her phones, and that she also tried it.
The officer just told me you've changed your mind about your
No,
use of
I haven't
drugs.
changed my mind. I've remembered that my husband had my phone, my English phone, and that would be the biggest reading of the two, because that's the one he cut. But it's legal though. Charlie Sheen is legal. Well, it says on the internet it's legal.
You're gonna believe everything that's on the internet.
But if you're buying something from the internet, if you were on eBay, would you want to make sure? Do you know what I mean?
Try anything that's got possibly cocaine in it.
Yeah, but it wasn't me that bought it. It was my husband, so it was his. Do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't mine.
And you said to the officer as well you used your first week over.
Yes, my first
So you've
week.
changed your mind.
No, I haven't changed my mind. I've just remembered as I remembered that he used my phone, I recalled that that's what had happened, yes.
Okay, so I need you to read this front and back.
With her erratic behaviour combined with the extremely high ephedrine readings from her belongings, officers decide to step up the investigation.
Go ahead, make my day. Let's do it.
Hi, my name's Charlene. I'll be the frisk officer for today. At no time
A frisk search will be conducted to make sure she is not concealing anything on her body.
So I ask you a question. Have you ever been to Australia?
有。
Okay.
This Malaysian man can no longer deny the facts that immigration has uncovered.
So you are admitting then that you came to Australia, you overstayed your visa and you were removed. You were informed that you have a restriction period, that you cannot return for the next 3 years. Clearly that 3 years is not up yet. Okay, you've changed your name, you've got a new passport, and you applied for a visitor visa to come to Australia knowing that you weren't allowed back. And that's really why you changed your name, isn't it?
不是。
No. No. Okay. So I need to know why you changed your name.
因为我改了
I
宗教。
changed my religion.
So what religion were you before?
拜佛的。
I was a Buddhist.
And what are you now?
现在啊，
I
信这个
believe
耶
in
稣。
Jesus.
All right, I'm going to suspend the interview now.
Immigration officers discuss the situation and decide that the evidence is strong enough to begin the process of cancelling his visa.
This is a notice of intention to consider cancelling your visa under Section 116 of the Migration Act.
What he doesn't know is that his girlfriend, who is being interviewed in another room, has been cleared to enter the country. And he now has one chance to convince Officer Denise that he should join her.
Keep pressing the wall.
Customs and Border Protection is frisking this passenger returning from England, whose erratic behaviour and strong positive readings for ephedrine leads them to suspect she may be concealing something.
Sorry?
So I'll just get you to take your hair out for me. Just run your fingers through your hair.
She initially misled officers about her drug use. So a thorough search of the woman and her luggage must be carried out.
Just lift your foot, your right foot.
The frisk is negative.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you.
And so is a swab test of the lining of her suitcase. As a final precaution, her bag is x-rayed.
It all looks pretty clear.
All right, so you found nothing in my bag. Am I able to put my things away?
Yep.
At this stage? Thank you.
Officers are now satisfied the woman is not attempting to carry any illegal substances across the border.
Despite the huge readings we will get on the iron scan, everything's negative. So we've decided that she's allowed to depart today due to not being able to find anything on her on this occasion.
Sorry, mate. I didn't mean to be rude. It's just this waste of time for me, but your job anyway. It's a boring job, mate. You should probably get a real one. I'm going to go get a taxi. I'm going to go pick up my car, put my sunroof down. I'm going to go to Macca's. I'm going to go through drive-through. I'm going to sit there with my cigarette, and then I'm going to go to my friend's house. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do.
After getting caught trying to bypass an exclusion period for overstaying a previous visa, this Malaysian man now needs to convince Officer Denise that he is just here with his girlfriend and is a legitimate tourist.
Okay, so why should I not cancel your visa?
这次的我希望移民局能跟我。
Genuinely am on a tourist visa this time.
我这次这个事情过后了，
I also understand that what I have done wrong this time, and I understand about the 3-year exclusion period. I'm just hoping that you can be lenient towards me this time.
So after weighing up all...
For immigration, this is a clear case of deception, and there is only one possible outcome.
I have therefore decided to cancel the visa. So what happens now is, if we can't get a flight for you today, you'll go to the detention centre.
Detention try today lah.
We will try as much as we can. Your girlfriend has been immigration cleared. Okay, so we've allowed her to enter the country. Okay? All right.
The couple has the opportunity to discuss their plans and decide that they will both return home. Early morning rush at Sydney International Airport, and Customs and Border Protection are focusing their attention on a passenger arriving from Vietnam. Officers have already located some suspicious products which may be concealing narcotics.
He's declared food. Some of the foodstuffs is described as tea bags, things like that. The baggage officers opened up, had a look, and it definitely doesn't look like tea.
Supervisor Michael has been questioning the passenger in Vietnamese.
Claiming these goods, he's only carrying on behalf of someone. He doesn't know the person. All he's been told is that the person will meet him outside.
This information raises suspicions even further that this passenger is carrying narcotics. A drug swab will determine if the white powder is something other than just tea. This French citizen is about to be interviewed by immigration, as they have some concerns he may not be a legitimate tourist.
Why have you come to Australia?
For a bit of tourism and to see some friends in Brisbane and Sydney. Like, my mother worked at Air France when she was young, so we have very good discounts on tickets.
How long do you intend to stay in Australia?
1 week.
Did you contact anyone in Australia before you came here?
I called a friend of mine named Julene, who resides in Brisbane.
Have you ever met her, or you...?
No, only talk by phone and email. Right. I've never met her, actually. I was looking forward to.
Would you be able to give us her number?
No, I'm sorry.
Why?
Because I called her on a Skype account in Argentina.
Okay. So when you say friend, it's just a person you've spoken to on the phone, never actually met.
A friend of my mother, actually, but we talk a lot.
Do you intend to find work here in Australia?
No.
Officer Ron pauses the interview to review some of the man's emails with the family friend in Brisbane, and he notices a small but important detail that suggests he may not be telling the truth.
But this email here, it sounds very
business-like, rather than from one friend to another asking for a favour. Yeah.
This could indicate that he is not simply doing someone a favour, but is actually here to conduct business illegally. This passenger has just arrived off a flight from China, and biosecurity officers already suspect she may be carrying items that she has failed to declare.
We've x-rayed 4 bags, and as you can see, she's got food in every bag. It looks like she's got an egg in this one.
Is this your signature? Did you read all the questions on the cards?
With the help of a translation booklet, Officer Jeanette attempts to confirm the woman's declarations.
Did you fill this out yourself? I can't hear you. Just one moment. I think we better see if we can get Tina, because considering what's in the bag.
Supervisor Tina is brought in to go through the woman's declaration in Mandarin.
She hasn't got any milk, she hasn't got meat, she hasn't got eggs, she hasn't got fish.
Okay, so we'll have a look and we'll see what she actually has.
And officers immediately discover that she's not telling the truth.
Okay, what do we have here?
I have asked her, does she have any egg products? She said no.
So what we do have is an egg.
She plans to finish this on the plane. Because of the long journey, she wanted to have some snacks on the plane. So that's what she has, but she did not mention to me she has got eggs.
No.
Eggs like this could potentially open the door to disease for Australia's $6 billion poultry industry. And it's just the beginning of what officers find.
She has specifically said to Officer Tina that she did have no eggs, no meat, including fish. And what we are finding is that she actually does have those items.
The amount of undeclared and prohibited items is starting to mount up, and it's likely this passenger will face a significant fine.
She mentioned to you when she came in on previous occasions, she had brought items in. So she would have been aware that she needed to have declared.
And the situation is about to become worse for this passenger, as officers discover a high-risk item which appears to have been deliberately concealed.
This was concealed inside the shoe, Tina.
Officers are inspecting some packages of food carried by this man arriving from Vietnam, which contain a suspicious white powder.
Some of the foodstuffs is described as tea bags, things like that. It definitely doesn't look like tea.
It's a strong result for ephedrine, which is a precursor used to manufacture narcotics, such as methamphetamine or ice. The man is escorted to an interview room where he will be frisk searched while a sample of the powder is tested to help determine whether it is an illegal substance.
If this is what we think it is, we'll get a nice purple colour on this test here.
In an unexpected development, officers have discovered a very unusual place where more illicit substances could be hidden. Immigration has noticed an irregularity in the emails between this Frenchman and a person called Julie in Brisbane, who he claims is only a family friend.
This email here he sent her, it sounds very
business-like, rather than from one friend to another asking for a favour. Yeah.
But it is the unusual subject matter that indicates they actually have a business arrangement. And if that's what it is, he could be in breach of his tourist visa conditions.
Now, in your phone, there were certain messages relating to dogs. What's happened there?
My mother is very dog-loving. We have 4 dogs at home. We love dogs. And sometimes when we travel, people ask us to transport dogs. We take a dog to some place, we take care of it, we pet him, we give him food and water, and we take him and people are very happy.
Okay, so, but there's a message in your phone about picking up a dog in Australia, yes? Or picking up a dog in Brisbane?
In Brisbane.
Okay. Who is this person going to pick up this dog?
Julie.
And what are you going to do with that dog?
I'm going to take it to Denmark.
Have you ever done this before, have you? Or?
I reckon having transported many dogs, actually.
You transported many dogs?
This does sound more like he is here operating a business, possibly illegally.
This lady that you've come to see in Australia, when you said she's your friend, it's not really, or your mother's friend, it's really a business deal. Is that what we're saying? It's really...
If you want to put it like that, I guess so, yes.
That's okay.
An acquaintance, more like. It's a favor we're doing her, not a...
You're charging her, how much are you charging her?
Just the price of the tickets.
Okay. I thought...
It's almost nothing, about €100.
So it's not 1,700? Because you...
Yes, that's what the Danish man is paying me for, taking the dog to him.
So, okay, so this is a business arrangement between you and the Danish gentleman, is that right? And you're getting paid €1,700. Okay.
Yes.
While carrying out a frisk search, Customs and Border Protection officers have discovered a suspected drug importer has a prosthetic leg. And they need to make sure he is not using it to conceal more illicit substances.
So, want to have a look at this? You happy with that, Brett? No, honestly, look at the shoe and that. The shoe looks fine, hey?
It's consistent.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
The prosthetic leg gets the all clear, and a secondary test for ephedrine is being taken from the powder found inside the packets of tea.
If this is what we think it is, we'll get a nice purple colour on this test here.
Beautiful.
Clear positive.
100%.
Yeah.
Pretty confident that's ephedrine right now.
In the interview room, the man is still claiming he was unaware that he was carrying over 12 kilograms of pseudoephedrine.
It's a common method of concealment. He was knowingly bringing the products in. It's just a matter of knowing if he knew what the product was.
And that's a job for the investigations team, who will now be called in to question the man further. This woman, arriving from China, has been caught with large amounts of undeclared food. Biosecurity officers have already found some high-risk items, and now they have discovered a possible concealment.
This was concealed inside the shoe, Tina.
It's quite interesting.
I'm not sure whether that was actually hidden on purpose.
These are fresh olives. She's declared that she doesn't know why she put it inside the shoes. She just put it anywhere she liked.
The fresh olives are a definite concern. They are considered viable and they can carry a vast range of disease plus host pests as well.
The olives and her other prohibited items will be confiscated, and a decision has been made about the appropriate penalty.
She has been served with a $340 fine today for failing to declare those items to us.
But there's yet another issue.
The problem is she hasn't got any money with her.
Okay.
And I have asked to pay the fine.
Okay.
And I've asked her how she's going to visit her sister. What's her plan? Is there anyone waiting for her?
Yes.
No?
Okay.
Her sister is not meeting her outside. And she has no money. How is she going to her sister? She told me that she's going to find anyone outside the airport who has got a car and ask them to drive her to Oakley. I don't think it will happen.
The passengers claim that she can't pay her fine may have just landed her in a much more serious situation.
Things aren't really adding up. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually refer her to Customs and Immigration. Obviously, if she can't pay today, it really is a serious concern about how she's going to support herself while she's here.
Melbourne is Australia's busiest shipping port, with more than 7,000 containers arriving each day. making it a prime target for international crime syndicates attempting to traffic illicit goods via sea cargo. Today, with the help of an industrial X-ray system, Customs and Border Protection has reason to suspect a container from Lebanon holds more than just the household goods declared on its manifest.
There's two distinct densities there. We've got the larger dark section here and the smaller lighter section at the rear of the container.
Officer Michael will lead a team who'll investigate the cargo. As the container doors open, there is yet another clue that this shipment is not what it appears to be.
Very strong odour. It's a very pronounced odour. Doesn't smell like household goods to me. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take some stock out of the container and find out what's inside.
So this is a business arrangement between you and the Danish gentleman, is that right? And you're getting paid 1,700 euros. Okay.
This Frenchman's admission that he is getting paid to pick up a dog from Brisbane and transport it to Denmark could be cause for immigration to cancel his tourist visa.
So let's be honest here. You do this to make money, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so everything's been paid for and the $1,700 is purely for you to transport the dog?
Of course.
That's right,
It pays the tickets.
Okay, so that's what you're here for. Okay.
Now that the facts are established, Officer Ron will discuss the case with Supervisor Craig and they will decide where to go from here.
Basically, you come here to transport this dog back to Europe for $1,700.
But the passenger has already made his mind up about his impending fate.
I'm realistic. They're gonna wrap it up like unlicensed business or something and they're gonna blame me for it. Me and my family. Unless I'm proved wrong, which is very unlikely.
Well, now we seem to know why he's come to Australia. He's come as this is a business. Or the question is whether that is against any Australian law, considering he's not being paid in Australia.
I don't have no idea what's going to happen. Whether they're going to put me in jail or they're going to put me in trial. Whether I have to call to the French embassy, I don't know.
But from experience, this potentially could be a cover for other activities that we don't know what he's doing.
But what does it matter? They've killed me already. They've killed me.
This woman arriving from China is claiming she is unable to pay her fine.
No money.
A Customs and Border Protection officer is called to assess the passenger to see if she needs to be referred to immigration.
Did she have any family at all outside?
Was she saying no?
She said no.
Saying nothing, no way to contact, any phone number?
I asked
we
her
can
for
call?
her sister's telephone number, contact number. She says she hasn't got any contact number of her sister.
Now the woman is not only facing a fine, but also the prospect of being swiftly returned home to China due to her lack of funds.
It really is a serious concern about how she's going to support herself while she's here.
However, behind them, someone unexpected has just arrived.
Nephew.
I came from Hong Kong.
Apparently, her nephew's actually turned up. Her nephew has travelled in from Hong Kong and he had been given instruction by his mother, who is her sister, to actually meet her here, to accompany her to his mother's place.
I knew my auntie was going to be here. Mum told me that, but I didn't realise she was in trouble.
We really do have to serve her with a fine. The problem that we have is she's saying she has no money to pay for that fine today.
Okay. So what's the fine?
$340.
$340. Okay.
Are you able to assist us?
Yeah, I can assist you.
Thank you, we appreciate that. So we're just heading straight up. Lucky we did find her nephew and she's been very fortunate that he's been able to pay her fine for her today.
And now it's up to the woman's generous nephew to help get her home.
I'm destroyed. They're destroying me. They've destroyed my life, I feel. I've told them about something I'm doing here in Australia to get a little bit of money, and now they're gonna file me on it, I'm sure of it.
In Sydney, this Frenchman has admitted he is an international dog courier, and immigration is considering if this is a breach of his tourist visa conditions.
This is work that an Australian probably wouldn't normally do. He's claiming that it's his profession. He's probably being paid offshore, so once he goes to Europe, he'll get paid on arrival. He's not intending to stay here for any longer than he needs to get that dog and go.
The onshore contact definitely is a dog breeder and she has a business.
Okay.
Decision has been made, but Christian already expects the worst.
I'm transporting a dog from Brisbane to Denmark. And since I've been paid a little bit of money, we're gonna consider it a business, an unlicensed business, I'm sure of it.
Okay, so it's sort of like a borderline case. You've come to Australia to transport a dog from Australia to Europe, and you're going to get paid for that. That's reality, okay? You're not really breaking any Australian laws by doing that because you're going to get paid by someone in Europe. So we've made a decision. We're going to allow you entry into Australia.
Allow me entry?
Yeah, allow you into Australia.
Are you going to put me on watch or?
As far as we're concerned, you come to Australia today, we're allowing you entry into Australia.
So I can assure you I will never come back again to do this.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but there was a query about you coming, or some information was located, which is very unusual, so we have to investigate. So
I was born in the 1990s, way after the Berlin Wall fell. So I have no idea a country could have such customs. I have no idea.
All countries are pretty much the same. All countries are very similar, okay? So you've probably still got to wait here a little bit longer, but everything's good.
Damage is done. Once I'm done with my business here, I'm gonna return.
At Melbourne's container examination facility, Customs and Border Protection Officer Michael may have just caught a whiff of a potential concealment in a shipment of household goods arriving from Lebanon.
Very strong odour. Doesn't smell like household goods to me.
Officers begin inspecting the boxes by hand.
Just plain plastic plates there. What have you got there, plastic plates? What's in that box there, Chrissy? Aha. Leaf tobacco. That's not what the box says.
Black market tobacco is extremely profitable. International crime gangs have managed to evade paying revenue of more than $1 billion a year when not caught.
4 bags of leaf tobacco. And what's in this one here? Ooh. So we've got leaf tobacco and processed tobacco. That's got a really strong pungent odour.
This illegal shipment of tobacco is looking to be one of Australia's biggest.
Seems like they're all full of tobacco.
Yep.
Every single box, huh? This is going to be huge.
And investigations will not finish here. Officers are determined to track down and crack the black market ring responsible for the shipment.
So what we found is approximately 4.6 tonne of tobacco, raw leaf tobacco. It's come from Lebanon. It's got a revenue of approximately $1.7 million that is being evaded. So it's quite a serious matter.
Australia is one of the top destinations in the world for cruise liners. And in peak season, Sydney Harbour can have up to 10 ships arriving every week. Although it's very unusual for people to arrive by ship to smuggle narcotics, Customs and Border Protection give these gateways into Australia just as much attention as any of the international airports. It's early in Sydney, and a cruise liner has docked after a round trip to Vanuatu.
Today we're at White Bay Cruise Ship Terminal in Sydney. We're just clearing passengers that have recently arrived off a cruise ship.
The security process is very similar to the airports, with passport checks, detector dogs, and officers observing passengers for indications that they may warrant further investigation. And already one passenger has come to Officer Rachel's attention.
I have a British national passenger here. She appears to be a regular traveller, however we just want to ensure that she is here for legitimate reasons. So whereabouts are you from?
Birmingham.
Oh, okay.
One of the first things to do is to establish if she is a legitimate tourist. And Officer Rachel is curious why she doesn't appear to have been very active while on the cruise, apart from a few island day trips.
So you really didn't do much on board?
Islands were the best.
The
islands
islands?
were the most exhausting one. It took like 2 days to recover.
Oh, really?
Because I got that bad sunburn.
Yeah.
I thought my skin stinging.
It also seems unusual why she has kept such a meticulous log of her expenses.
Oh, okay, so you write down your expenses?
Definitely. It's on credit card.
Yeah. Oh, so you paid for your trip via credit
I
card?
got credit card, I got bank card, and my statement gets sent at home.
Yeah.
Because it was my savings, some of my savings.
Oh, okay, right. So how often do you travel?
First time.
First time in
22 years.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you haven't travelled anywhere else ever?
Her bag contains items that would mostly be associated with travelling.
Have in mind?
But one object could be a bit out of place.
What's in that tube?
Lava lamp.
Okay.
Pick you up in Villa.
In Villa? So you picked it up in Villa on one of your day trips?
Because you had one on display, and as we were driving past, I saw it as I walked back now.
Yep. So you're a fan of the lava lamps?
Not really. I broke my sister's modern lamp in the UK when she was moving.
Okay.
She's always asking me when you're going to replace my bloody lamp. I never have a time.
No, well, that's, I've got to say, I'm quite surprised that you'd buy it and carry it with you.
I would not have done it if I come to Sydney. I would not have bought one. I was here 9 days.
Yeah.
And she's always telling me to buy my lamp for me.
Such a large lava lamp seems a bit of an unusual thing to buy on a holiday. And her explanation that she bought it to replace one she broke that belonged to her sister seems a bit far-fetched. Biosecurity officers often discover that some passengers will try to bring in a variety of unusual items for cultural reasons.
These ones here, they're a little caterpillar that's been infested with the fungus. Aren't allowed into Australia.
It's very valuable medicine.
I get bees in my head. Hanging out on every flight inside 3 days.
Many of these overseas travellers bring their exotic items with them, expecting they will not be available in Australia.
It is the skin of a cicada. And they are going to boil all this and then let the baby drink.
All organic material must be declared so it can be assessed for any possible biosecurity risks.
India. Anna.
Today in Sydney, an X-ray of the luggage of this couple suggests their bags may contain something of concern.
So we got 2 passengers coming in from India. They're non-declarants. Lots of food in there which is undeclared, right?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you know what's inside the bags?
Yes, we know.
You know? Yeah. And everything belongs to you?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So now I'm going to open these 2 bags, okay? You need to have a look.
Spoiled, bag spoiled. So we make...
That's all right.
The first bag contains mainly children's clothing and brightly coloured fabrics.
Baby clothes.
Small baby.
Grandchild.
But when the second bag is opened, Officer Anna begins to find it's full of traditional foodstuffs.
Rice crackers.
Rice crackers.
Rice crackers.
Rice crackers. Prasad. Oh, laddu prasad. Yeah, prasad.
Prasada is the Hindi word for offering, and it's starting to become clear what all this food may be intended for.
Amara. Temple.
For the temple. Okay. It's important for us, because they're bringing food to take to the temple, that we have a look at that, because often it's fresh fruit or fresh vegetables.
Wheat prasad.
Wheat.
Wheat and ghee.
Govinda, Govinda.
Regardless of their reasons for bringing in the food, Officer Anna needs to decide whether to issue them a fine.
Have you come here to Australia before? You're coming to see your...
Third time.
Third time? Okay. They haven't declared anything on their incoming passenger cards. I found a fair amount of food. The husband speaks rather good English, and under Australian law, they do need to declare any food.
At mail centres across Australia, biosecurity officers are busy X-raying thousands of incoming packages every day, looking for any organic material that may pose a risk.
Jeanette, do you want us to come and have a look at this?
And today, in Sydney, Officer Nicole has spotted something that could be of concern.
This is on Uruguay. Say anything on the declaration at all? Or? It's declared as a Gaza. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. I don't know what a Gaza is. And it's got the wire going through it. That's the first indication, isn't it, that it's taxidermy. And the dark organic could mean the wood on the bottom. Yeah, we'll definitely have to take that and maybe even refer it to customs, I think.
Australia Post opens the package so it can be inspected further.
It has a strong odour to it as well.
Oh wow, look at that. Oh wow. This is a large bird that's got no documentation with it at all, so it's pretty high risk. We don't know what's been done to it in terms of preservation, so, and straight away the bark's very high risk as well that it's actually mounted on.
And it's not just the wood that the bird is mounted on that is a problem.
There's a huge risk with the feathers if they're not being cleaned properly.
And it really has a strong odour to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And you can definitely see the raw skin in there.
Oh, that's probably the smell coming from there. Definitely high risk for quarantine, especially with avian influenza. Could also be endangered, so we'll probably have to refer that to customs. Anything at all.
While the bird needs to be checked that it is not on the endangered species list, another exotic wildlife item has arrived. But this species is anyone's guess.
I got no idea. It's kind of freaky looking.
This UK citizen has just stepped off a ship after a round trip to Vanuatu and has been taken aside for questioning and a bag search.
So she's here for a holiday. This is her first time travel to Australia, and she's travelling alone today. She appears really calm and relaxed during our conversation, and just having a quick chat and a quick look through her bags. Have you got any particular places in mind?
Sally Beach, I heard is really nice. I haven't been down there. Bondi Beach, I haven't been down there yet.
Most of her details and belongings give the impression that she is just a regular tourist. But one item seems a little out of place.
I've just found a lava lamp in her bag. I did find it to be an unusual piece, seeing as she's on holiday. It was unusually heavy and quite a large piece to carry with you during your holidays. It's not the usual item that you'd see in someone's contents of their bags.
How much did you pay for that?
About 100. So it's not really that big, is it?
It's not big, but it's
I didn't take out the tube.
It's quite heavy though.
Yeah.
It's a lot of extra weight that you're carrying.
But what makes this even more suspicious is the brown content inside, which doesn't seem consistent with the clear or bright coloured liquids that are usually found in this type of lamp.
Meat prasad.
Little rice balls.
This couple from India has arrived in Sydney, carrying a huge array of foodstuffs to take as offerings to a Hindu temple.
Rice crackers.
Rice crackers.
Govinda, Govinda. Oh, prasad. Temple.
For the temple.
And it's not their first visit to Australia.
Okay, so you've been to Australia before. Okay, and you must understand that you need to declare any food that you bring in.
First time, give prasad.
Prasad.
Best time. 2 times no. Anytime empty. Third time.
They have been to Australia before, but they've assured me that on previous occasions they never brought any food in at all. But you didn't declare any food. Now, this food is okay.
If you give me, I will take. Otherwise, you take. I don't.
No.
You take, I don't want.
This food is okay for you to take. I'm going to let you take it home with you.
Although the food is of no biosecurity concern and is allowed in, the fact remains that the couple did make a false declaration.
We have found a fair amount of food items in their bags. I'm going to have a chat to my supervisor now to decide whether we will fine them.
Can I just ask you, that address in Surrey Hills, whose is that?
Can I go through there?
Yeah.
Experienced officers have a hunch that there's something not quite right about this UK citizen, even though she's remained calm and displayed little sign of nerves while being questioned.
So these are all the restaurants that you're thinking of?
Oh, yeah.
Some of the certain places that you're
I was
eating?
starving on the bloody thing, wasn't I?
Oh, this is your mobile phone?
Yeah. That's the one I bought from the UK.
Oh, okay.
But I have another one.
Oh, you've got two?
So
She may appear to be just an ordinary tourist, but there is little doubt that her lava lamp contains a strange brown liquid.
We do find it a little unusual, so we're going to conduct a few tests on the lava lamp to ensure that it is actually just a lava lamp and not anything more.
Customs and Border Protection is well aware that drug syndicates have developed a technique to suspend narcotics in liquid form. So the lamp is taken away for testing. This will establish if this is just a cheap souvenir or something that will put this young girl in jail for a very long time. After finding a large bird in a package from Uruguay, biosecurity officers believe they've now intercepted another shipment of an exotic species. But this animal is of a totally different kind.
I got no idea. It's kind of freaky looking. So it's a antique mounted mantle taxidermy trophy.
Okay, so it doesn't say what animal it is. Anyway.
No.
Do you reckon it's real?
Yeah, it's real. You can see the skull there. You can see the eye sockets in it. It's got a really big mouth on it, but I really can't make out what kind of animal that is.
And what country is it from?
It's coming from America.
Officers need to figure out what type of animal they are dealing with.
Yuck. Oh my God. Oh, it's a bear.
The fur and skin could carry foreign pests and viruses that pose biological risks to Australia.
It doesn't look very clean at all, especially in the fur there. They harbour all sorts of bugs in there.
It doesn't actually look like it's been treated very well around that ear area. I think the teeth are definitely real. What's it filled inside with? What's it look like under there? Oh, there's wood on the back, so we can't actually inspect inside either.
The consignees of both animals will be contacted to inform them that their items need gamma radiation treatment before they can be released.
We'll wait to hear back and it'll either be treated or re-exported or destroyed. And it's just really unusual to see this sort of thing around. We never get it in every day.
This English passenger has come under the scrutiny of Customs and Border Protection officers due to the unusual coloured liquid in a lava lamp she claims to have bought for her sister.
So right now we are actually getting the lava lamp tested to make sure that there is actually nothing concealed within the bottle, and we will also conduct a frisk search on her to ensure that she doesn't have anything on her body.
Problems with that?
No
problems with that whatsoever?
whatsoever.
Okay, so I won't be touching any of your skin or anything else like that. It's just a quick frisk of the attic. Okay,
Yeah, that's fine.
very good.
A mobile testing unit is stationed at the passenger terminal and officers decide to conduct 3 different tests. One will electronically smell a swab to detect trace elements. Another will analyse a sample with laser technology. And the third will mix acids with a sample of the liquid to give a blue colour if it is a narcotic. And all three tests are positive.
So it's highly likely that the lava lamp contains cocaine.
It also means this young woman's life has just taken a dramatic turn for the worse. This couple arriving from India has been found to be carrying a large amount of undeclared food.
You can eat, you can eat.
Wheat.
Wheat.
Biosecurity officers are discussing whether or not to issue them with a fine. And on this occasion, it's good news.
We'll give them a written warning today rather than fining them. In this case, there's nothing fresh and everything that they have brought in, we would normally release anyway. When you get the time, you need to have a read through this. Next time when you come in, you need to declare any food that you have on your incoming passenger card.
We will not get it.
That we can
We will get only clothes.
Okay.
We will not get any eatable items. That is the scanning instruction.
Looks as though this couple has well and truly got the message.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You are just like Mother Teresa.
I think the passengers understand now that it's important for them to declare food items on the incoming passenger card, and I think next time they come in, they will do that. Okay, let's put this in your bag.
Okay.
Madam, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Next time, no.
Next time we will not get any.
But now that they are free to go with all their food, they seem in no hurry to leave.
Why not to taste our prasadam? We can channa laddu.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Only one.
No, it's okay. Thank you very much.
Prasadam. You will not.
All right, thank you.
Channa laddu.
Yeah.
I will give you.
Oh, no.
God temple prasad.
Temple
Ah, okay.
You want?
No. It's all good. Okay. Thank you very much.
Customs and Border Protection has just had 3 separate tests give positive results to the presence of cocaine suspended in the liquid of this lava lamp.
Guys, I won't be touching any of the skin or anything else like that. It's just a quick frisk I'll be at it. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
The woman from England who brought the object in has now been frisk searched, and she is unaware that the Australian Federal Police has arrived to take her into custody.
My name's Nicole Bennett from the Australian Federal Police. You're under arrest today for the importation of drugs into Australia. Do you understand that?
No.
No? I have to caution you before you say anything. You do not have to do or say anything. Anything you do say or do may be used in evidence. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, can you repeat that back to me? Yep. I need you to understand what I've just said to you. So can you tell me what you think is going on?
You alright?
Are you shocked?
Yeah.
Yep.
But do you understand what the
What I
officers
just
told
said?
you?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I
Okay.
do.
Turn around. We're going to put
Just
your
got
hands
a
behind your
handcuff.
back. We're going to handcuff you. Are you okay? Seem like you're in a bit of shock.
The lamp is carefully repacked and will be taken for further testing to confirm it is cocaine and also its purity. But for the woman, the dire situation seems to be dawning on her and the consequences of her actions. It is unlikely that she is the kingpin of this importation, more likely a drug mule. However, that doesn't change the fact that she has knowingly brought a prohibited narcotic into the country. Australia, immigration compliance teams actively pursue anyone who may be residing in the community illegally.
Hello, sir. Don't go coming in. Come out. Don't go any further. Hands up the top.
Foreigners who fail to comply with Australia's strict immigration laws are located.
You have no visa to be in Australia.
No, I have...
Detained.
You need to pack your stuff.
And then removed from the country. Today, the Queensland compliance team has travelled 4 hours north of Brisbane to Bundaberg to locate several people, including an unlawful non-citizen who's overstayed his tourist visa for more than 2 years.
We are going to attempt to locate a 601 overstayer. He's Malaysian, Mr. Leong. He has a red Alfa Romeo.
Officers have been tipped off that Mr. Leong's car is parked at an address close by, where it's suspected that he may be living.
Repeat that, we're just coming around now, we're 45 seconds away.
Officers enter the property, although there is no sign of his red Alfa Romeo.
We are looking for Mr. Leong. So who else is home?
I don't know. I'm not.
And who else lives here?
I don't live here.
Can I talk to the owner? Is she the owner?
No, I don't know.
Does she rent here?
I don't know. I don't know.
There appears to be only 2 women in the house, and getting a straight answer as to who actually lives here is proving difficult.
Can we get an interpreter, Declan? What language?
Officers begin to search the home and soon discover evidence that suggests the man they are looking for may reside here.
Is that one of your friends?
I don't know.
The letter is addressed to Mr. Leong.
All right, we're going to start the search of the house now. If there's anyone else in this house, can they come out now, please?
Nobody inside.
But officers aren't convinced the girls are telling the truth and turn their attention to a bedroom which is locked shut.
There's a cupboard here and it's half open.
Officers need to be certain Mr. Leong is not hiding inside.
Man 266.
At Sydney Airport, Customs and Border Protection has pulled aside 3 Indonesian students whose behaviour has caught the attention of officers.
We were speaking to them around the baggage carousel and they seemed a bit nervous.
One of the men is claiming he can't find the key to open his suitcase.
You can't find it? If you can't find it, we just cut.
He finally locates it, and as the suitcase is opened, it reveals something unusual. The only contents are gift-wrapped packages.
What's this one?
I don't know, my friend gave it to me.
Your friend gave it to you. I asked you if you packed the bag yourself. You said you knew everything in the bag.
Suspicions are raised even further when officers discover that his travelling companion is also carrying identical wrapped parcels.
We're going to count them. Yep. See how many you've got. Got anything else in here? What's in here? No drugs? No drugs?
And as a third man's bag is opened, it becomes clear that this is no coincidence.
What's in here?
I don't know. It's my friend. My friend is birthday. I don't know.
What's this one? Why you didn't declare anything?
When trying to locate potential risks, biosecurity officers often need to rely on the X-ray to indicate that there is organic material inside a bag.
Looks like he's got some organic material here.
But today in Sydney, there's another dead giveaway that something is inside this man's bag that needs investigating.
We're just having a look at this gentleman's bag. There's an orange substance all over the outside of his bag. So we'll have a look through and see what it is.
When it is opened, the orange sticky substance seems to be throughout the whole bag. There are a number of food items that need to be checked, but they do not appear to be the source of the leak.
Yep, they're okay. Some sweets.
A lot of sweet products from India contain milk and are prohibited due to the risk of foot and mouth disease.
No milk.
No milk?
No milk, 100% no milk.
All right.
The list of ingredients on the packaging should help to clarify whether they are allowed in or not.
This contains no milk. Some of the Indian sweets contain milk. This is okay.
The contents of the bag is all clear, but there is still no answer to the origin of the mysterious orange goo.
In outside pocket.
But there is one last place to look, and it puts both Officer Kim and the passenger in the middle of a big mess.
Oh dear.
In Bundaberg, an immigration compliance team is searching for an unlawful non-citizen, Mr. Leong.
We've arrived here tonight because we're looking for a tourist visa holder who's overstayed his visa. I entered the premises, there were 2 females in there. They've let me in. One of the rooms in the house is locked. We can't see through the grate above the door to see whether anyone is in there, but there's mail for the person of interest on the table.
Officers need to be sure Mr. Leong is not hiding inside the locked room.
If you can try and open those cupboard doors, we could have a clear look into the cupboard. That's the only thing that we can't see in that room, nowhere else.
Using the broom handle, the cupboard door is prized open, and officers are now satisfied that the room is empty.
The bed's a mattress on the floor. The cupboards are wide open. I agree with Dave that there's nobody in there.
But there is still a chance he may not be far away. And as the search moves outside, a chat to neighbours provides crucial information about Mr. Leong's vehicle.
So we've just been told by the next door neighbour that the Alfa Romeo we're looking for has actually been parked down the bottom, and that the house here is owned by the same person who owns the house next door.
Team leader Matt quickly shifts the focus to the blue house next door. All the lights are out, and there is a chance there may be any number of people hiding inside.
Well, I think I might ask the cops if they want to join us as well.
Do it.
And
we'll go check if the car's still there.
And a search behind the house gives officers the confirmation they need that the man they are looking for is closer than they think. A strange orange goo is throughout this passenger's bag. And the source of the mess has finally been located, and it isn't a pretty sight.
Oh dear. Everywhere.
Right.
The man is from India and has very limited English, so identifying the substance will be the next challenge for Officer Kim.
This is
Mango. Okay.
mango milkshake.
Yes.
Does it have milk?
This is mango.
All right, let's put it in the bag. Let's see, has ingredients on the bag. Find out what it's made from. Okay. Mango, sugar, colours, milk.
No.
It says milk here, milk.
House mango. Farmer, I am farmer. My mango and packing.
He's saying it's mango. It's bright orange. It has a smell of mango. We've had a look on the bag, and it also contains milk. Milk from India is not allowed in due to foot and mouth disease. And the passenger's actually saying that he made it himself. So therefore it's not shelf stable. On the bag says milk, so
No.
yeah, no good.
Now his bag needs to be thoroughly cleaned.
Everywhere. Oh.
The man is lucky that he declared all the food and has therefore avoided a fine. And there is just enough time for one last taste before his messy milkshake is binned.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
What's in here?
I don't know. It's my friend. My friend.
Customs and Border Protection believes these three men travelling together from Indonesia may be up to something.
I don't know. My friend.
Their suitcases are full of identical gift-wrapped packages, and when one is opened, it becomes clear what is going on.
Oh, you have cigarettes.
It would seem the trio are trying to smuggle in the cigarettes in an attempt to avoid paying the hefty duty.
And you took no. Look how many cigarettes here.
The men are claiming they had no idea what was in their bags, as a friend in Jakarta had packed them.
Did he tell you what they were? Huh? Did he say to you what was inside these boxes?
No. He just, I have baggage, and then I borrow your baggage.
I borrow your baggage. So he come to your house, take your baggage, and fill with this, and then give to you and tell you to bring to Australia.
Yeah.
Did he give you money?
Yeah.
How much did he give you?
200.
200 US dollar?
No, no.
Australian dollar. Per bag or per
bag?
For the bag.
$200 seems to be a small payment for such a risky exercise, as illegally importing tobacco is a serious offence.
Oh, this one, big present.
Selling illicit cigarettes on the black market is extremely profitable, and as the cartons continue to pile up, so does the thousands of dollars in evaded duty.
The Alfa Romeo is down here in the back garden.
Immigration has finally located this red Alfa Romeo, which belongs to an unlawful overstayer who they are searching for.
Matt, vehicle's still here.
Officers believe he may be hiding inside this nearby house, and the unsuspecting property owners have just returned home.
Karen, do you have workers living here?
2 workers, yeah.
2 workers. What nationality are they?
Malaysian.
Malaysian, okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you own the house on the other side as well?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so where's the guy in the red Alfa? Whereabouts does he live?
As far as I know, I think he lives next door as well.
Right, so the Alfa's parked down there today. He's moved it right down the back.
Oh, okay. Well,
And we're they told us they had 2 Malaysian tenants, so we extended the search warrant and now we're going to enter the house.
But as the owners attempt to let officers in, they find the doors have been locked from the inside, and the only way to gain access is over the balcony.
Go in.
As officers search the inside of the house, there is a commotion outside. Out the front, 2 men are making a run for it.
One has jumped, one was stayed there, and he's disappeared straight down that street.
One of the men has been captured, while the other has made a daring escape by jumping off these shipping containers.
My name's David. What's your name?
Then, right in front of officers, a third man makes a dash for it, leaping off the balcony.
Stop! Stop! Hey. Down this way, down the back. Coming out of the back. Through the containers. Stop! Stop! Stop!
In Sydney, 3 Indonesian students have been caught concealing masses of cigarettes as gifts in an attempt to evade paying thousands of dollars in duty.
As soon as we opened all their bags, it was just cartons and cartons of cigarettes. That's all there was, no clothing, just cigarettes.
The men all claim they had no idea what was in their bags, and they say a friend in Indonesia had packed them.
Your friend Indonesian give you this?
Yeah.
You live in Jakarta?
Yeah.
What's his name?
His name Johnny.
And then when you get to Sydney, who do you give to?
There's somebody come to me.
Waiting here?
Yeah.
What's their name?
I don't know. They just know my source.
They know what you're wearing?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, he said there's someone waiting outside for him and he knows what he's wearing to come and pick him up. The man pick you up, he take you in a car?
No. Just take this one.
Just take the bag and then give you cash and then you go.
Yeah.
Officers are beginning to suspect that the trio may be a small part of a much larger smuggling ring. An immigration compliance team has just executed a search warrant on this Bundaberg property.
My name's David. What's your name?
One man has been captured, while 2 other men are on the run.
Stop! 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 A couple of men have just jumped off the balcony at quite a height over some shipping containers and done a run down this way, so we're just trying to find them now. Let's fan out about 10 to 15 metres each.
The search begins for the 2 escapees, but as the house backs onto a river, there are many places to hide.
We saw them running into the caravan park.
Which way? Towards us?
Someone out on their boat tells Officer David they saw a man running towards a nearby caravan park.
I've just seen it. Heard something or seen someone stroll up this way. No. Nothing? No, nothing. Hello?
But a sweep of the area fails to find either of the men.
No worries. Thanks for your time anyway, mate.
Back at the house, officers have confirmed the man they've captured is not their person of interest, Mr. Leong. However, it's more than likely that he's also here illegally, as his passport has one obvious mistake.
See? 19 December 1925. 1925, that's 90 years ago.
The man is detained and will be taken for further questioning.
Put your seatbelt on.
As the search intensifies for the 2 men still on the run.
Hello?
This Indonesian man has admitted that he and his 2 friends are being paid $200 each to courier bags containing tens of thousands of illicit cigarettes.
This is tax money. You've evaded it. Okay. All this is worth $11,000. If you don't pay, we take them away and they get destroyed. Very serious. You're a student in this country, which means you're not a permanent resident. Why jeopardise living in Australia to do something like this for a few $100s?
Just for $200, it's not worth it.
Just destroy it.
So today we're going to give you a warning.
This won't happen again.
More than 75,000 cigarettes are counted, which amounts to almost $50,000 in evaded tax.
These guys are very lucky today to get off with just a warning, and if caught again, face very high fines and or their visas being cancelled. But the information that they did provide us does bring us closer to the guys in charge and running the syndicate.
The seriousness of the situation finally hits home with the passengers. While the men are free to leave, their thousands of cigarettes are confiscated and will be destroyed.
Hello?
An intensive search is underway for 2 Malaysians who are on the run, and the local police have been called in to assist.
So they are going to be looking a bit shy, I think, and suspicious, so you might get calls, I think, yeah.
The 3rd man who was detained is being questioned using a Mandarin interpreter.
Okay, so what kind of work are you doing at the moment?
Mr. Fong admits to immigration that he's been living here for more than 2 years and has been working illegally.
Different jobs, sometimes picking tomatoes.
Okay. Do you have a wife back in Malaysia?
Yo.
Okay, do you have children in Malaysia as well?
Yo.
Okay, so are you in Australia basically just to work, to earn money and to send money back to them to support them?
Do it. Yes.
Okay, alright.
With this admission, Officer Greg discusses the case with his supervisor.
Pretty much we've established that he came over on a tourist visa, which had a no work condition, so had we not located him tonight, he would have remained in Australia unlawfully. Alright, thank you.
It's a straightforward decision for immigration.
我还可以在这 Can 这 I 里 stay in 好 Australia?
So you came over here and worked on a tourist visa and then unlawful. You've been located. Basically, your time is up.
Mr. Fong will be taken to an immigration detention centre and the search for the two missing men will continue.